Hey there, welcome in, welcome back to my channel. You may have noticed I've been away for a few days. That's because I've been in a different state of mind, if you will. Today is Friday, and on Tuesday evening I attended a meeting orchestrated by our local ward councillors between the public and the police about the mosque. It was a shit show. Let me explain why. So that's what we're doing. And just disclaimers at the beginning. These are my thoughts and opinions, and also I swear. So if you can't stand a potty mouth, little cow, I'm not for you. But some interesting revelations on this. Now I'm going to be respectful to all involved, and I'm not going to say any names, right? Because that's not what this is about. I'm not rubbishing any one particular person. I'm rubbishing the whole fucking lot of them at one go, because they were all of them singing from the same fucking hymn sheet, right? Saying the same words, like just promoting the same narrative, lying together, shutting people up who had a genuine opinion and glossing over it together. Now, this just reminded me when I woke up, right? Of, like how they say, like, no, the moon landings couldn't possibly be fake. And all of the conspiracies, right? Which are a lot of which are provably true if you actually look. But because we're told, don't look at this, people don't look, so you never get to see. I am at the minute living a life where I am witnessing this firsthand. I witnessed 4 fully grown women and a fully grown man sit there and denounce the rights of women and children for a pay packet. I pointed out that this is about the safety of women and children. One said I was talking a nonsense. Another ward councillor said there is absolutely no proof whatsoever that there's such a thing as, say, Muslim rape gangs or Taharush. They wouldn't even fucking listen to that. Right now, I will tell you this up front, because this is going to get a little bit trippy choppy. My other disclaimer is usually I also tangent, right? And I guess I've waited this long. For a start off, I couldn't do it when I came back Tuesday. I was literally shaking with rage, and I would have said something that they could construe, because I know now that they'll be watching me, they'll be looking at every fucking thing I say, right? Because they were, and in the end, when they found out, this is the big reveal, I recorded the whole fucking thing. I've got them saying everything on fucking record. So I'll say, before I ever get into what they said, if there's anybody out there who can get us any help, Katie Hopkins, Tommy Robinson, fucking Rebel Media, like literally, I've reached out to a lot of people and got nothing back, right? I've not reached out to Tommy Robinson yet. I just personally think that would just be a bit rude of me, considering, or even though, like, literally, fan after all these years, fan, right? But if there's anybody who knows where we can go for help, we were told in this meeting there's nothing we can do about our local mosque. It is going to be a mosque. There is nothing you can do. We were told that by a member of the public. There were 2 ward councillors. Sat in the middle of these 2 ward councillors was this woman, right? And this woman is a member of the public. This woman, in my personal opinion, is itching to become a councillor. And there was one councillor that was sat off to the left, and apparently she wasn't as in the meeting that got the mosque put through as this little woman in the middle was. I reckon there's going to be a change around there, personally, right? This little, well, I call her a Rottweiler, but what she reminded me of is, you ever seen Scary Movie 3? Kevin Hart in that, where he's just, the hype man, but he's just jumping up and trying to fucking hump everybody. That's what this woman, again, not going to name her because it ain't about slagging her off personally, even though I just have. Do you want to go out? Well, scoot. Scoot, scoot, motherfucker. She was the worst. The member of the public sat in between the two because she runs the local group. And funnily enough, I was banned from the group I was in. Save Our Heritage. Eyres Monsell, Save Our Heritage is the one. I'm banned from it. Was banned ever before I got home from that meeting, right? Because they won't have free speech. And this is how the moon landings got through. And this is how all the fucking other conspiracy JFK, nobody knowing who shot JFK, like in the front of the head. Like there are people now who still believe that Lee Harvey Oswald fucking sat there, shot him from behind and the back of his head came out. There are still people who believe that. This is how conspiracies get done. Because of the general lack of humanity of common man when push comes to fucking shove. Now, because I went in there, I know more about Islam than these women do, obviously, right? All they know is they've got to get that mosque put through and they've got to placate the people on the ground. We were told, I'll just go through the thing in case you've not seen my other videos. Basically, the Muslims bought the mosque 2 years ago, left it to rot so that then in the planning meeting they could say it's no longer viable as a pub because nobody wants to go there anymore. Oh, mate, this is proper, like this whole Islam thing, right? And it ain't a racist thing because I'm blaming them fucking white bastards for it as well, mate. No way on God's clean earth that them bastards, my arch nemesis, the people that I came here to oppose, right, and have been doing for 17 years, there is no way these people are racist as fuck. There is no way they would allow it. And this is being promulgated by white people in the UK. It is them bastards that want women and children fearful and oppressed. They always have. Started with Eve. Well, it started way before then, I'm sure. But literally, all left, right and centre, it's all women's fault. Everything's fucking women's fault. And then women started waking up. Suffragettes, anybody, women started waking up. And then now it's got like you've got a group of pissed off, you've got the matriarchy forming here. And literally, they are fucked. So they're trying everything. They'll make it so that we're afraid to go on the streets and talk to each other. I mentioned in this meeting Taharush. Taharush is a genuine, legitimate fucking word used by Muslims, and it means to separate one woman away from a crowd or whatever. And then basically they will form, all of the Muslims will come from all around because they're all told by Allah that that's what they have to do. And they will come and they will form a boundary, like up to 3 people deep, so nobody can get in while a group of people gang rape her in the middle of the group. Now, I've not heard of this going on in England, right? But this is in their way of being. This is what they're taught to do. If somebody's going to gang rape somebody, you get in that like a good fucking Muslim, you get in that fucking thing and you make sure he does that without anybody coming to save that girl. And it could be a girl, could be a woman, could be a girl. Right? There's not scripture. I don't think it's in the Quran. I don't know. I don't want to get into it. It's already consuming me. And I don't even really do that much research. But I do know Taharush, which is, it means harassment or mainly sexual harassment. So it's a general term for sexual harassment. Do you know Christians? Do Christians have a special religious word for sexual harassment? Do Buddhists have a special religious word for sexual harassment? And then you've got Taqiyya, Taqiyya, which is their word, their whole ethos for lying to anybody who's not a Muslim to promote Islam. Right. And then you've got them doing that. And literally they have fucking writings on how to take over the world, for fuck's sake. They, like Ross Noble said, it's like not all Muslims are terrorists. Some of them are. And if you're praying 5 times a day to a God that tells you that little girls are your sexual property, you're doing your fucking service to that deity who tells you that you're some fucking sex god. And any woman's fucking your property, unless she's got a head covering on. And maybe we'll have, because they're on about banning the burqa now, maybe Muslim women will come out and say, like, no, don't ban the burqa. Please, don't ban the burqa. They have women swimming sessions at the swimming baths down the road from us. Women Muslim swimming sessions. Women men swimming sessions. Muslim men. Women men. Muslim men swimming sessions. Muslim women swimming sessions, because the women don't want to swim with the men. The women, from what I hear, they're still swimming their hijabs and whatever, which is like literally oppression, right? Yeah, don't go into that now, carry on. So, and the men don't go. Like the men's one, not such a big uptake. Women's one, cracking. All the women want to go and not be fucking spied on by the men. The men don't want to go to the men's only swimming session, because the reason that they want to go is to perv on people. So they put them in with whiteys and the Indians and the black people and, the Pakistanis who ain't Muslim and whatever. Like, they're a genuine threat. These men get together to do this. You point it out to Leicester Council. The only person in that room talking nonsense was me. Even though I was the only woman, I was the only person in that room who knew what those 2 words meant, Taharouj and Takia. But it was no. And the member of the public, the one who I did a video a while back saying, like, that they've told me to shut up or whatever. And it was this little Rottweiler, more of Jack Russell, really. Literally deleted. And then afterwards I accidentally wrote in the wrong group and she deleted that as well. And it's like, this is not the time or the place. Went in there, wouldn't even hear it. I'm like, what provisions? Because they're saying, come speak to the police about your concerns about the Glen. My concern about the Glen is that there's going to be 200 men who are praying to a deity that tells them it's okay for them to rape children next to a primary school and over the road from a school playground. That is my concern. And I was told I was not allowed that concern. My least favourite ward councillor, and that takes the fucking cake, because the woman we had before, mate, I have actually mentioned her in videos years ago. Literally, just fucking yes people. She said, right, get this, our local ward councillor said that there is no proof whatsoever of Muslim rape gangs, of Muslims just being sexual perverts at all. Absolutely no proof whatsoever. And again, I have this on video. I'm not going to upload it because, not out of respect for these fuckers, because at the end of the day, they were disgusting, right? The policewoman at one point in time, because I didn't get very long before they shut me down, the policewoman stood up and said, if you're going to carry on talking about this, we're going to have to leave the meeting. The police weren't even allowed to sit there and listen to concerns about Islam and the way that they are bred to treat women and children. The councillors and the member of the public, right, we sat there going, no. The member of the public woman was sat there going, at the end she said, like, are you filming? I'm like, yeah, it's a public meeting. And she says, like, well, switch it off, please. A member of the public. So I did, and I got up and left because they were rude, right? Rude at me. Insulted me. I didn't insult them. I insulted the ethos of degradation to women and children. They wouldn't even let me tell them about the Afghan man that said to my face, yes, you're right. Women and children do mean less to us. What of it? Do you know what I mean? But Labour fucking Leicester councillor, ward councillor, it's like, no, that don't exist. Heard it from one of their own fucking heads to my face, looking in my eye. This bitch, I'm sorry, term female dog, which still sounds derogatory, but, like, it's difficult to call her a woman because she wasn't acting like it. Do you know what I'm saying? This woman sat there and lied and said there's absolutely no proof whatsoever. Who the fuck made up the words Muslim grooming gangs then? What happened in fucking Rochdale? There were grooming gangs, there were rape gangs in Leicester where I live right now before we get these extra 200 men on the estate. It is now intimidating. Rona came, boom. All of a sudden, overnight, shitloads of people on the estate that don't speak English. Boom. Came out of fucking nowhere. And there's thousands on the council waiting list. Thousands. Somebody said the other day that there was a lady who'd been on the housing list for like 5 years. She was kicked off the housing list because her child reached 18. So she was kicked off the housing list. And yet somebody from Somalia can get something like that. Step off a boat, mate, you're in. Obviously not that quick, But, like that's what the British government are doing. And we're, like, I tell you, mate, it is ramping up to civil war. This is being done on purpose. And it comes from up there. There's no way on God's clean earth. And I don't believe in God either. I don't believe in Allah. Don't believe in God. All made up by these bastards who have the secrets of the fucking universe and have decided to enslave mankind for eternity for their own benefit rather than share, which is what they were left with them to do. Now, unfortunately for them, somebody's going to come back requiring accounting of what went before. They're fucked, mate. But in the meantime, we need to sort this fucker out, because if that mosque goes ahead, there are going to be rapes on this estate, and they know that, we know that. The public know that, the police know that, the council know that, right? They know there's going to be rapes. They know there's going to be ridiculous parking. Remember, 26 parking spaces, 200 expected attendees. But because there's been no accidents in the last 5 years when they weren't there, there's not a problem. This is the corruption we're dealing with within Leicester City Council, mate. And Leicester City Council are doing it because they've been told by there. Because somebody up there went for a meeting with Peter Soulsby and they probably bummed Rent Boys together, allegedly. And then, like Bohemian Grove, that kind of shit. Like they have the secret meetings. You could call us conspiracy theorists or however much you like, but these people do get together and conspire. And that's what this is. Otherwise, England wouldn't be allowing it. The police and the government, the people who are meant to protect us in England, are on their side. Are literally not just allowing it to happen, they're paving the way for it to happen. They are giving England to the Muslims. That is clear to see. And yes, Leicester is one of the first places where it's happening. Reporting on the ground, mate, because it's coming to a city near you. They have a whole way of, like Google. Well, Google this shit, right? I'd say Google this shit. You can't a lot of the time. This is another reason why I know it's them bastards that are doing this, not just Islam, right? Because you Google shit, and it unless you find the right place, like some places will tell you what actually goes on. Most things, we bring peace. The same sound bites, like word for word, verbatim, what people on the street are saying because they've been handed it down. Oh no, they bring peace. Oh, they're bringing a food bank. Somebody, remember I said that they'd said like, oh, we're bringing peace to the community. There's already less peace, right? We're bringing peace to the community and we're going to provide a food bank that will benefit the whole community. That was their huge selling point to the people of the Eyres Monsell. We're going to give you a food bank. Not on the planning. Nowhere on the floor plan is there any space whatsoever for a fucking food bank, and they'd need quite a bit of space, right? You'd think, a bank of food kind of need more than one packet of super noodles. You need a couple of boxes, really, right? And and I don't know whether it was the member of the public. I've got to find a name for her that's not as derogatory as what I feel about her, or the other ward councillor that's not the evil ward councillor. One of them said, yeah, that's not going to happen, though. We don't think that's going to happen. Or that's probably not going to happen. I don't know, but I have the meeting on video. I have the police officer saying, if you carry on talking about the safety of women and children, we're going to have to leave. I've got on video the ward councillor saying there is absolutely zero proof of Muslim grooming gangs. Do you know what I mean? Now, there weren't that many people there, right? Because obviously on the save or have... No, sack it all because I might forget this. Get what they did, right? They said, oh, well, somebody weren't at the meeting. She's fucking sacked it off now. I'm mates with her. I'm going to ask her one day what the fuck she did. But, she's been in there. She's been in the Glen pub and she's taken some memorabilia. I'd probably get herself a few optics. That's what I would have done. She's taken some memorabilia. So we thought it'd be nice if we put together... I don't know what they're wanting, a display. Probably one of them fucking fold-out boards that a display board at the fucking community centre, however long that's there before it gets Muslim. Well, it already has been. Probably just something like that. She said, but it'd be nice to have something so we can reminisce and so we can remember how much the Glen meant to everybody. That's about just keep it a pub. Just don't make it a mosque. Keep the kids in the school safe. Keep the kids in the thing. I mean, I was stood outside the front of the Glen the other day because it's next door to the co-op that I go to. The only place I go to, really. We stood there and there's these 3 teenage girls just sat on the wall on the end of the car park. We're going by. And I'm like, my heart breaks. How these police officers can publicly say we're not talking about the safety of women and children because this mosque is going through and there's nothing anybody can do about it. Can't even raise. Apparently, the member of the public woman... Give it to her, mate. Yeah, give the whole fucking responsibility to her. Who's the one who runs the group? Eyres Monsell, Protect Our Heritage. Forgotten what I was saying now. Needed a swig of coffee. I've left it this long and I knew I'd get irate. Because you can't not. Because I literally had full-ass grown women lying to my face in order to put something through that is going to see a danger to the safety of women and children. I was there literally for the safety of women and children. Everybody there, the police, the councillors, and little fucking Kevin Hart were literally no. And some dude who... I've spoken to who seems quite nice, said something like he was asking about IP addresses or something, and he turned around to me and said, do you know about something about this with having a YouTube channel and whatever? And little Kevin Hart heard him, right? I ain't even watched it back. I can't bring myself to watch it back. I know what a shit show that fucking meeting was. I ain't even watched it back. It winds me the fuck up. Literally, I just know that. And I've spent since Tuesday putting my energy right. I ain't even talking to my mates at the minute. I'm like, no, I need to go back inside I just have enough time on the outside. I work alone. Like, literally, this is too much. My energies have been fucked. And so I've had to walk away for a few days to recoup and get back in touch with it all and whatever. And don't ask. I don't work like anybody else. But it's mainly energy that I work on. And so yesterday I went inwards and I've had like bolstering session and whatever. And I saw a shooting star last night, which was nice. It's like, thanks. One day, I can't even get into my work. Can't even talk about like what we're missing out on the spiritual realm, because I'm dealing with what other people call NPCs, I think. Like literally nothing behind the eyes, no heart, no humanity, no care, just give me my wages at the end of the month, let me pay my council tax, and I will do as you ask. And it was shoddy to witness. Now I know I'm going to miss loads of stuff off of this because I didn't make notes and whatever. Oh yeah, and then hold on a minute. Right. So somebody overheard, and they think it's the police saying this as they were leaving the meeting, because me and two other women, we got up and walked out because they were being fucking rude. And then Kevin R asked me where I fucking live. Who the fuck are you? You mean you live on me estate, darling? You ain't fucking no. Even if she were the police, won't fucking tell her. It's like, no, you don't get to know. You can fucking look me up online like everybody else. I ain't saying you can't know where I bloody live, but I ain't saying that, I'm telling you. Ain't that daft. Right, so I wrote it down as, I got it right. So this person said that after we'd left, they just went on about bikes. That's what the most of the meeting. Nobody was there about the Glen except for his lot. There's 5 of us, and everybody else were there about parking and e-bikes and whatever. Absolutely nobody. It was a meeting about the Glen, but they've told everybody in their group, the one that's run by Kevin Hart, they've told everybody that it's a done deal. There's nothing you can do. That's what they said to my face. There's nothing you can do. Oh, that's what I remembered. Kevin Hart had gone. They entrusted her with it. She'd taken all of the documents to a legal professional. They said there's absolutely nothing that they can do. Despite the fact that the planning meeting being utter bullshit, 200 doesn't go into 26. Do you know what I'm saying? Absolutely no fucking addressing of the safety of women and children whatsoever. Literally, it's because it's been handed down from then. And literally, like all the ward councillors want a bit of Peter Salisbury, let's face it. Or what's the other one? Oh, our old fucking ward councillor, she used to have a proper thing for fucking Jonathan Ashworth. He's another one, mate. And I will name him because I've just named him. But I went to him. My son was abducted in the end of 2012, and it took a year to get him back. And his school wrote a letter about me, which was part of the reason why my son got taken away in the first place, or how my husband managed to angle it, with all these lies in, right? Provable lies. Like, they used Madonna and Bono against me, mate. Come on. And, I went in. I met him at his meeting thing. What do they call it? They call it a surgery, something. I don't know. And he said, like, oh my God, this is absolutely, I told him the whole story. He's like, no, something definitely needs doing about this. It was 100% on my side. He wrote a letter. They said, no, we didn't. He came back to me, done everything that we could. Just got to let it go now. Exactly what they're saying to the fucking thing. Corruption, mate. Provable corruption. So I don't have respect for that man. But he is a lot sad because he looks like a proper gimp when you see him on telly and stuff like that. Up close when he's got his shirt underneath. I can see why somebody would bang him. I'm so sorry. I'm so unprofessional, but that's me. So this person speaking said it's a lot of people's concerns about kids and women including me. And they said, yes, it is, but we can't do anything about it. We can't do anything until it happens because it will be classed as hate speech. They're so fucking petrified of being done of hate speech. And the people who are making them petrified of being done of hate speech operate a system they have a name for. Takia, if you don't remember, they have a name for lying about themselves in order to... And it's provable. You can see this happening the world over. Apparently, I saw a photograph the other day of this beautiful woman in a little mini skirt, 60s, 70s or whatever, beautiful, luscious hair, and it was taken in Iran in 1960 or 70 or something. There's just a normal girl being a normal girl in the swinging 60s, having a little bop with a record player, and that was before Islam stole Iran. And now all the women there have to wear a head covering. This girl was bloody lovely. So they are taking over the world. This isn't fucking conspiracy theory. They tell it yourself. I can send anybody links to the fucking pages that say, and I can't send anybody this fucking, I need somebody who's going to get my phone and send the video. But I have 2 videos on my phone where everything, not this bit that I've just read out, that was after me and the girls left. Me and the girls. I have on video a counsellor saying there is absolutely no proof that these people are a danger to women and children. And I have on video the police officer standing up and saying, if you continue to discuss the rights of women and children, we are going to have to leave this meeting. So please, somebody fucking help us. Somebody help us. And, we ain't shutting up. I'm saying we now. But I speak, this is my work, right? I am still speaking on behalf of myself. I am incriminating nobody in this with me. But there are people on the estate who are not like that, who don't just go. Because when you think about it, the Kevin Hart and the setting them up a band name, Kevin Hart and the ward counsellors, they are just repeating back, parrot fashion, what they've been told. You've done all you can do. Let it go now. So they have repeated that down to the people, and most people on the estate fucking fuming. Nobody wants this mosque. Nobody wants this mosque except for the new people who've just landed on the estate and people outside, because they advertise this mosque all over Leicester, and they say even if you don't live there, you can put in an endorsement to say that you want this mosque. Say that you've got friends over there and you'll be visiting when you go visit them or something like that. They are literally promoting themselves and constantly asking for the money because they've not even done it up yet. Constantly begging for the money to do it up. And we're told we can't. Unless we live in this area, nobody can have a say. And even so, we got over 870 objections in under a month. And in over 2 years, in around 2 years, they got 250 in support. Now, you tell me if we want that fucking mosque. And the council are like, doesn't matter. It does not matter. Does not matter that nobody wants it. It does not matter that people are going to get injured because of the excess amount of traffic. And it does not matter that women and children are not going to be safe on their own streets. And there isn't a single fucking argument that they've got for it, except for the fact that nothing can be done. Riddle me that. They're not like, when we met the imam and he's a lovely man. The imam knows full well the art of taqiyya. The imam knows full well that he has to lie for the progression of Islam. And they're like, it's lovely. But literally, do you realise how dense you look, love? You're not even trying to be human. How much does fucking money mean to people these days? It is fucking sickening. Do you know what I mean? It is absolutely fucking sickening. Anyways, I have gone on for way too long. I know I've not even got a half of it in here. But if there's somebody out there who knows somebody, please share this video. Please let's try to get somebody, because we've got an opportunity here to raise awareness and stop something in its tracks. There are other buildings that they've got earmarked. Leicester's about to go down the pan, and when Leicester goes down the pan, everything else is going to follow behind it. Every other city. I mean them no harm. They are entitled to walk amongst us. I have friends. I used to have a Muslim boyfriend, actually. He used to go off for a couple of hours with his little prayer mat and pray in the bedroom. It was Saudi Arabian, bloody gorgeous he were. But split up with him, I like, nah, mate. Like, and it was gorgeous, and a Saudi Arabian businessman. Very swish, but we had very different fucking views on how my daughter was young at the time, and he basically was I ain't bringing my daughter up like that. He was basically, no, she shouldn't be allowed to speak. Your daughter shouldn't be. Why are you letting her speak? That is so rude. So I should have known this years before, but no, he's been plunked on my doorstep, and now I am paying the fuck attention, and I'm realising that we all need to pay the fuck attention. So I'm raising awareness. If you've got any questions at all, please leave them in the comments. My email address is sosayescares@writeme.com. It's on my page on YouTube. Share the video. Give me the deets of people I can reach out to. Just anything, please, because my mate's got a little 10-year-old girl. She's absolutely fucking petrified. People on this estate are petrified. And the people that we pay to make our voice heard are telling us to shut up, and that isn't the case. It stinks to fucking high heaven. We need somebody to help us. If there's anybody legally, if there's anybody who can, who's got a platform that they can speak on that's bigger than my tiny little one, anything, just please, will somebody help us? Like I say, nothing against them as a people, as a march of as a takeover of a religion. That's where we have a problem. And the safety of women and children is my fucking business, and it should be your business too, and it definitely should be the ward councillor's business. Anyway, carry on. Thank you for being here. If you've made it to the end, I owe you a bevy. Let's have a bevy and let's discuss this, because let's discuss this. Thank you for being here. Please come back, and never forget that I love you all. Bye.